Good afternoon, people. This segment is about bosses and leaders. I chose to do this segment because I saw a Facebook friend of mine copy and paste the status from someone that I know. And the status reads, one second. The status reads, stop critiquing successful people if you haven't succeeded in anything. I'm going to say that again. Stop critiquing successful people if you haven't succeeded in anything. I need you guys to really pay attention to the wordplay and the people that you follow and give into. This status is pretty much telling you that you can't, if you haven't succeeded in the same thing that they can succeeded in, you can't critique them. All right? How does someone tell you that you haven't succeeded in anything when there's so much to succeed in life, right? So they're pretty much telling you that you look up to them. You haven't succeeded in what they have succeeded in, so you can't critique them about anything. That's what they're pretty much telling you. Even the most successful person in the world still need to be critiqued. That's how they learn how to be better. But this person is pretty much telling you that I'm your boss. I'm here to control and manipulate you. You don't know how to control and manipulate people. You don't know how to control yourself. You're not a success at anything, so you cannot critique me at anything because you haven't succeeded in anything. That's pretty much what that status is saying. All right. Because if the person was a leader and not trying to control you, the status may read something like, well, don't critique me as something I've been successful at if you haven't been successful at it, right? So let's just say I'm trying to get into stocks, but I'm sitting here trying to tell JP Morgan and Chase how to run their stock business, but they're a billionaire. They're a billion. I can't remember what they're worth, but they have so much money based off of that and other things. But I'm going to try to tell them how to do it better, and I don't have nothing to show. You get my drift? You can't critique somebody in something, in the same thing that they are better. They have succeeded and have, how can I say it, proof that they have succeeded in, and you don't. You may not be able to critique them in it because you don't have proof. You don't have a leg to stand on. But there may be some other things you can critique them at, right? You may be able to critique them at character, presentation, how to do certain things, how to speak to people, how to treat people. You may be able to critique them on things that they haven't succeeded at. Usually a boss who wants to manipulate and control people, again, will tell you that you haven't succeeded in anything because they want you to feel like you're a big mess. They want you to think that you are a big mess and you look up to them. They are before you. You have to follow them. So you cannot critique them. That's what a boss does. And anytime a boss is not going to empower you because you have to work and you have to produce the work that they need. The only time they empower you is when you're producing good work for them, which is making them wealthy. So they're going to make you think like you're the best thing since sliced bread. Go ahead, Johnny. You did great work. You produced great numbers. But that's because you produce great numbers for them to make them wealthy. They will only empower people that they can manipulate and control. From the moment they realize they cannot manipulate or control you, you have to go down. Understand what I'm saying? All right? They will not empower you. You have to be made feel like crap. You have to be made feel like you shouldn't even exist in this world. Understand what I'm saying? Now, a leader knows that there's so much to be successful at. There's so much a person or people succeed at doing, right? If you were able to lose 250 pounds and keep it off for 3 years, like a good friend Tony Vaughn of mine, that's a success. You have succeeded in keeping weight off. If you were an unhealthy eater, ate McDonald's every day, Burger King, Chinese food, saturated fat, whatever, you name it, if that's what you used to do, but you've seen the light and you've switched over to eating healthy food, healthy vegetables, steamed food, boiled food, baked food, fruits, organic, that is a success. You have succeeded, because there are some people who are taking medicine, a pill every day, because they're unhealthy, which stems from their unhealthy eating. If you can't seem to be serious at all, if you succeed at not being serious, you have succeeded in being happy and making people happy. That's a success, because you have some people that people just want to stay away from. Every time you come around this person try to make you feel like crap because they're unhappy. But if you have succeeded in making people feel happy, you'll draw people to you because they want to feel happy. That is a success. Right? Leaders know that when you empower people and show people where they have succeeded in some things, they will want to succeed in other things. Leaders empower you to be better, because they understand to have a strong movement, you have to have a strong individual conglomerate. Collective conglomerate. So everybody has to be strong. Everybody has to be empowered. Everybody has to be enlightened. You understand what I'm saying? You'll never hear a leader tell you something like that. Don't critique them if you haven't been successful at anything. You know why? Because me, as a leader, I know that a person can critique me on learning how to live in the moment. You can critique me on that, because I'm always thinking 10, 15 years in advance, that sometimes I forget to live for now. You can critique me on that. A person can critique me on, let's say, since I've become spiritual, I spend so much time analyzing people that I don't live sometimes, because I'm always analyzing character and behavior. If you know how to embrace the moment and still enjoy life, you can critique me on that. You can say, you know what, Arlene, you know what, relax a little. I see you straying away. It looks like you got a faraway look. Looks like something's going on with you. What's going on? We're here at a good time. You having a good time? You can critique me on that, because that's something I fall short on. You understand me? If you're a person who's always able to maintain your anger and keep cool, keep calm, you can critique me on that, because I can do that for a certain to an extent. But then when that extent wears off, I turn into Ram Dog. I go back to the old Arlene. I have a short fuse. Some people hardly ever show their anger. You may be able to critique me on that. You understand what I'm saying? There are successes at at different levels. All right. As much as there are things in this world, there are successes. So there's no such thing as you haven't succeeded in anything. You have succeeded in plenty of things in your life. Now, all right. Now, sometimes people mistake success for prosperity. Now, prosperous is different, because prosperous means you have the income, you have the flow, right? All right. Success is different. You could be successful at just about anything in your life and not learn how to be prosperous, haven't been strategic enough to turn that success into funds. That's the difference. All right. Never let anybody fool you into thinking that they're better than you. Nobody's better than you but the Creator, Allah, and God. All right. That's the difference between a boss and a leader. A boss has to manipulate you. A boss has to, take the light off of the person who is actually the star. A boss will rip the hope out of the eyes and minds from onlookers, not caring about what they think based off of their observation, because they're too concerned with manipulating people and too concerned with getting rid of the person they cannot manipulate, that they don't see how other people view them. Leaders understand different. Leaders don't give in to controversy. Leaders know how to make a situation go smoothly. Leaders know how to keep people calm, make people feel good about themselves, because everybody matters. Leaders know that everybody matters. Everybody's matters, and everybody's wanted by somebody. All right? Don't be fooled. This is a game. It's a game.